Hello everybody, and welcome to my new Let's Play of King's Quest 3, To Heir is Human. Yeah, it's a little play on words they got going there, you'll see soon enough. I probably should have actually... see, there we go, To Heir is Human. Little pun there. You know how much I like puns, and this game, of course, is the third in the series. The last King's Quest remake that AGD did. They were working on 4, but apparently they just ran out of finances, seeing as this was a non-profit thing they had going on. They just didn't have time or money to make the 4th one, which is extremely unfortunate, but this one is good. You will definitely see some amazing graphical improvements, sound improvements, music, just everything. So let's watch the opening. Oh, I'll read this. Thrice now I curse, and from the first your family shall feel the worse. Soon shall you see they'll surely be in the most dire jeopardy. Then as your foe, 'tis I who will sow the spell to cause your heart to slow. And for my shame for you the same old daventry your heirs shan't reign. Someone had a curse put on him. Oh, we have the mirror. Awesome. What will we see? Yeah, that little thing right there, it even references King's Quest 4, so it would have been awesome if they could have done a remake of that one. I believe King's Quest 4 is the only game that does not have a VGA version. You know, people keep saying, oh, well, we're gonna do it, we just need some donations, and no one ever donates and it never gets done. Which is sad. Oh, look at the baby. There's Roberta Williams, my hero. I believe she's the same person who did the Laura Bow series. And, uh-oh. What is going on here? Uh-oh, were you brainwashed by Genova? No, sorry. Completely different game. So yeah, this path that this guy's walking on, get used to seeing it, because we'll be seeing it a lot. At least I believe, unless it's just cutscene path, but it seems like... Well, we'll see, you'll see. We'll see. So you know, I'm gonna have this game labeled as King's Quest 3 AGD Redux, because there was actually another VGA version made before this one with voice acting and everything. Not quite as good as graphics, I've never actually played it, but it doesn't look too bad, and I may play it someday. Probably the only version of a King's Quest game I haven't played. I'm not even sure who makes it, I just know it exists. And I've seen there's like a little cool Easter egg that makes references to King's Quest V in it? Like a whole conversation. And oh, hey, who's that?
Gwydion. Gwydion.
So his name is Gwydion. She pronounces it Gwydion, but I'm just gonna say Gwydion. Man, see, look at that. Look at the animation. It's so awesome. And now he goes and looks through a telescope, and the clothes seem all torn up and ratty. I wonder what that's about. What? How does that person know he's looking at him? What the? It's odd.
Gwydion, what are you doing, boy?
I was just looking.
How dare you take leave of your duties? Resume your chores immediately.
Yes, Mananan. Master.
Had your parents survived your wretched infancy, the sight of your sloth alone would have killed them.
They would not have been proud of me.
No, but fate has favored you. Few orphaned youths can know such fortune. You are lucky to be here to serve me.
I am very lucky.
Indeed. Now get to work.
Well, Mananan, he doesn't seem like a very nice guy. And I actually mentioned the name of Mananan. Manamana.
Such is the story of young Gwydion's life to this point. What's a poor boy to do? Oh well, in resignation, Gwydion obediently follows Mananan into the house.
And we get the awesome narrator again. So, yeah, guess what? We aren't playing as King Graham, we are playing as Gwydion, the servant of Mananan. Now, what is that about? How does that connect? Just, there is a part where I read a certain letter in King's Quest 2, and I do mention the name Mananan, so I'm not sure which part it is in. Just look for when I read one of the letters, and he only says his name is M, but we know it's Mananan. So anyway, one thing, of course, we've got these cool icons: walking, seeing, touching, speaking, and inventory, which we have nothing. Of course we would. You'll also notice this little timer at the top. That's something you really want to pay attention to.
The chickens need to be fed. See to it at once.
Oh, okay. Let me just save here. Yeah, you'll notice that I'll be putting this up here a lot because time is something that you're not going to have much of, as you'll see. Well, we'll have plenty. I'll make sure that we do have plenty, but it does make a difference. Anyway, kitty.
This is Mananan's detestable pet.
Detestable? Aw, it's a cute
kitty. You are
kitty.
not close enough.
Let's
the
get
room
it.
is cold, empty, and entirely unwelcoming. You are not close.
Well, I'll get close enough.
Nimbly, you grab the nasty cat by the scruff of its neck, avoiding its needle-sharp claws. And now that you have it, what are you going to do with it?
I don't know. I now have a cat. I actually wasn't expecting to pick it up. Usually it just scratches you and gets away. I don't know what to do. I have a cat now.
You manage to pluck some fur before he viciously scratches and leaps from your arms. With grim satisfaction, you survey your wounds.
Okay, we didn't want to do that yet, so don't worry about that. But he told us to feed the chickens, but I'm not going to bother with that. Let's just get out of here. Had enough of you, Mananan. Oh yeah, this is the path I was talking about. I was mistaken. Yeah, let's just go. And yes, you can fall down there. I'll show that later. What the? Hey, dude. He doesn't... You okay?
You'll create no magic around me, Gwydion.
What?
Looks like you were caught red-handed.
Okay, so that changed a little bit. The reason he said that was because we have an item in our inventory. One thing you need to know right now, there are certain items that you do not want to have in your inventory when he is around. And that cat fur is part of it. Apparently, it can be used for magic. Anyway, I don't have any items, so let's try that again with no items. This time it'll work out, right? Maybe he was just using the cat hair to track me. That's it. Nah.
The wizard gives you an evil glare.
Gwydion, you are forbidden to be here. I've a good mind to...
Mananan's face softens as he continues.
Well, maybe next time. For now, go home.
Yeah, we are not even allowed to leave. You really get an idea of what Gwydion's going through, and you really get this sort of sense of foreboding that the wizard could be on your butt at any moment.
It's a painting of the wizard from long ago. You wonder if he was ever young.
Anyway, I don't want that to happen, so let's just load the game. And we pretty much have to do what he says. Now, he can give you several kinds of chores. He told me to feed the chickens. So that's what I'll do. There's also a chore where you can either sweep the kitchen, where pretty much you go into the kitchen, pick up the broom, and he'll sweep automatically. Or you do the wonderful task of emptying his chamber pot. Which basically you go upstairs to his room, which we'll see eventually. And you click the little pot under his bed and he throws it out the window. And that's just so nasty. I hope nobody's down there when that happens. Yeah, you know what a chamber pot is? Let's take a look
When
around.
closed, the coop does its job well. When closed, the hens peck their way around the coop.
Aw.
The wizard's mansion has been your home, life, and world. The wizard... Ludor stretches below you.
So we're in the land of Ludor. Interesting. Anyway, to feed the chickens...
The hatch is home for the hens, and comes complete with a supply of chicken feed.
We need the chicken feed. And you want to do this quick. Like I said, that timer, it has a meaning. I seem to remember this took forever in the original version. For some reason, he just takes forever feeding the chickens. I don't know why. Alright. Well, now that we've done that, let's see what else we can do inside. Yeah, that person that waved to us, that's kind of our signal that we need to do something about our lot in life. I love how the little waiting icon is the cat. Alright. So first, let's head on over here. Explore the house a little bit. We have a dining room.
You scrutinize the moose head carefully. While it is long past its grazing days, you feel sorry for the poor old thing.
Aw. And I'm not a big hunter myself. I don't condemn it, but at the same time, just not my thing. I guess as long as you use everything from the animal, you don't just leave it
Candles
there,
flicker from the wrought iron lamp.
then I don't really have a problem
The
with it.
large dining table is made of pine planking. Matching benches run its length on both sides. The table is big enough to seat at least 10 people, though you doubt it's accommodated more than a tenth of that.
So yeah, pretty much Mananan's the only one that eats there.
There are various bottles and bowls on the shelf.
And we have here...
A tin cup has been left on the table. Mananan was not pleased to be served blackroot juice in anything other than his chalice heirloom.
Okay. So, we can take that.
The perfect servant, aren't you?
Word. And like I love to do, let's take a look at it. In our
This is
inventory.
just a simple metal cup with a handle.
Yeah, like this metal cup, if he catches us with this, that doesn't matter, he's not going to say anything about it, but there are certain items that he does not want us to have, but there is a way around that.
There's nothing inside to drink.
Which you will see eventually. Yeah, there are lots of things that are quite a bit different from the first two games that we need to pay attention to. Alright, so we have that. So let's go into the kitchen. And take a look around.
The fireplace is not used during the summer. Mananan insists that you clean it regardless, and frequently.
Of course. Seems like a great guy
There
for
are
taking us
dry
in.
herbs and spices hanging here. It's just your old tin bucket. A loaf of bread, freshly baked. An apple and some grapes grace the kitchen table. A leftover piece of mutton. The barrels contain grain and other foodstuffs.
Lots of stuff around
The
here.
kitchen shelf holds many ingredients and implements for cooking. Your muscles ache as you recall the long hours spent churning butter.
Okie dokie. So what we want from here is
Your mixing bowl is lying on the shelf.
that. That is a very important item right there.
You retrieve the clay bowl from the kitchen shelf and take it with you.
Well, pretty much every item we're going to be picking up is important.
The clay bowl has been your favorite bowl for years.
Yeah, when you have a favorite bowl, you know your life is sad.
You run your finger along the inside of the bowl to check for leftovers.
Aw. Over here,
Your trusty knife is hanging on the rack.
nice rack.
Your wooden serving spoon is hanging on the rack.
Let's grab him. Maybe we can stab Mananan in the face.
You take the carving knife from the iron rack and keep it with you.
And we can also have to get out of the way so we can click on it.
You take the wooden spoon from the iron rack and keep it with you.
Alright.
The knife is big enough and sharp enough to carve a large roast. This is a wooden kitchen spoon.
Let me guess. Ouch.
The knife feels really sharp.
Oh, I thought he was going to be like, ouch. Okay, never mind.
You wipe the spoon against your clothes.
Yeah, I don't think that made things any better. Looking at your clothes, yeah. Alright. And then, of course, we can take...
You take the mutton chop and carry it with you.
Mutton.
You take
Bread.
the loaf of bread and carry it with you.
Oh,
The
Hey, buddy.
wizard gives you an evil glare.
yeah, he'll just show up every so often. And let me guess. Oh. Jeez, why would you do that?
You take the fruit and carry it with you.
As scary as it is, that is one of my favorite parts of this game, is just how nervous you feel with the ever-present glare of the wizard. Sometimes he'll show up and ask you to do another chore, and sometimes he'll just do that. He'll just glare at you, and you don't know if he's going to do anything, and then he goes. It's just, oh man. So, we're almost at 20 minutes here. So, yeah, not much has happened in this episode. It's mostly been an introduction, a little, tutorial about what you can expect. But, will we be able to get out of here? What was that about, that person waving at the cave? And what's with all the things we saw in the introduction? Well, you're gonna have to find out in the coming episodes of Let's Play King's Quest 3. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.